Okay. All to it. This one got me a little more teary-eyed than the others have. Hearing, Blake talk, or rather, Son and Blake talk about reunion, and for me, I like the idea of reunions. Uh, I didn't find this ending quite as aggravating. This, a slightly shorter chapter, only 15 minutes. Uh, quite a bit of surprises in it. Let me see. Let me go through it. Starting at the beginning. We start off with Cinder attacking the Grim using, I'm guessing, the Fall Maiden's powers, because her clothes aren't, have it. Her clothes actually aren't lighting up like they have in the past, so it's not the clothing itself. And you can see her eyes even here, where it's they actually portray quite a bit. Well, this is going to be one of them episodes, I think, to watch reactions for. Hey, kitty. Go away, kitty. Not now, kitty. But she actually also seems to be out of breath throughout this. Like it's actually, costing a lot in terms of energy for her. And we see Tyrion come, make it back, wherever this is. She leads me to believe they either have some other form of travel, like, private airships or airfields. So a boat would definitely not be anywhere near this fast to get to the Dragon Continent from Mistral, unless it loops. And even then, it's kind of... He actually got back here really fast. Because it's not been that long since, what? Maybe 3 days? Maybe a week? So I wonder if they don't have some faster form of travel. But we see Tyrion get back, base himself before his goddess, and been found unworthy. Which, for him, that's probably one of the most, and then you have, that poor Grim. I'll call him Greg. Why Greg? I don't know. Just kind of what popped in my head. But then we have this poor Beowulf Greg that he's just, attracted to Tyrion's negative emotions as he's, going through, a breaking down moment. As, he realizes that his goddess has basically abandoned him because he's useless. And Greg just gets thrashed by Tyrion. Poor Greg. Then we get Yang spray painting the arm to match. Actually, I almost want to say she also spray painted Embercilia, which she's actually not. Pop this image up. She's actually not wearing on her other arm, which is interesting. Also, her hair is a lot shorter now, even in a tail. Just telling too, there's that, pajama shirt thing. But she painted the arm to be yellow, like the Embercilia is. The bumblebee under the cover. Apparently recovered that. Then you get, some more from Ty, who wanted more in a letter, which is actually kind of sad on his part. Yet to cry on camera. I plan to keep it that way. Thank you. But yeah, where just talking to her, and I actually kind of wonder where Ty's going to go now as well. It's not a big secret to say Yang is what's holding him back at the moment from doing so. But yeah, Yang wants to. From the sense of it, she's going to go find Ruby. Possible her mother, and then might meet up there. And then we have Weiss, who beats up. She's packed her bag. She has her weapon. She actually has her weapon out in the family. Just noticed something in this shot. I'll get back to that in a second. Where she's got her travel case, which I assume also has dust in it. She's got her weapon, which I still am not even going to try to pronounce. But she also overhears Ironwood and Jock, arguing, big shocker, and more about how he's going to shut down Atlas. Lock it down where nobody can get in or out without the council. Which Jock is obviously not very thrilled with it. But I wonder if that doesn't also, cause Weiss to, speed up a bit. I thought for a second, Ironwood might be her way out, to Mishra, which it might still be. But it's certainly, possibility. Oop, wait. No, that was still up, sorry. What I noticed is over here, you see the Schnee crest. You also see it here, on Weiss's back. There's a very key difference here, which I find rather interesting. The one on her back is white. That one's black. Which both is the, equated color for gravity. Which you also see her use, locking the two in the room, which doesn't seem like a smart idea. It kind of tips off that, there's somebody nearby. But also the contrast between the white and the black. Because the white traditionally is the symbol. 4-8, you see it in the black trailer, you see it, in her standard glyph. But the fact that he has a black one in his house, when honestly white or a gray would work just fine there, is a little curious. So I get that off. Make sure I get that off this time. And you see, Klein rush back to the room. His, Weiss goes through a hidden door case. And then we have Blake and Son, where they're talking about how, sure, it's Blake's choice to run, but it's also her friend's choice to stick around. Alright, back up. Trying to figure out what this thing is. Really don't know. But you see, her mom faceplant, kind of a reverse of the with Son. I actually don't find this nearly as offensive as when Son did it. Because her daughter is, in the room with a strange guy. I also just noticed her facial expression is kind of interesting. But in the way they talk, I can see that fueling even more of the Kali and Son ship. Which... Wait, this goes back. And her deciding, to meet up, but also to recover the White Fang. Turn it from where it was and bring it back to where it was. I imagine in a lot of ways that, made her father proud. In some ways. Now, one of the really big things to me was according to that tablet, or a scroll, which Ilya Rainbow had, and Rita. Adam was planning on overthrowing the White Fang. Which, does that mean that Hazel's conference with him didn't go the way that Salem wanted it to? Or has he been planning this anyway? Because it's assumed that Sienna Khan is not, like Bagheera, isn't a nice, friendlier side of Revolution. Certainly interesting. It makes me wonder what's going on there, or if it's all just, more layers. And then we get, then we head back to, this town, and we get this creepy thingy with two faces. That's gonna... I'm gonna go to sleep soon. I imagine that might peek up again. Get that off of there so I don't have to look at it. But yeah, we see, Rand get there, glad his friends are still alive, but then here's this thing. Which Nora doesn't seem to recognize it, though it might not be ingrained as hard in her memory as it is in Ren's. As Ren saw his mother get taken away, may not have seen his father get taken away from him. But he knows he lost both of them to this thing, and it's got arrows sticking in it, it's got other things. So, yeah, this one to me was much more emotional than the last one. I get the feeling Chapter 12 is going to be more, it probably won't be more build-up. Some people claim this, volume's a lot slower than the last one was, and yes, Volume 3 was the end of an act. It was one complete thing. To equate it to Star Wars, this would be like the beginning part of, was it Empire Strikes Back? Where the first 3 volumes are like A New Hope, where it's, a complete full thing. And we're probably going to see more build-up as this goes on. It kind of curious where this goes. In a lot of ways, more curious where Chibi goes, because I'm sorry, people deserve to be happy at least sometimes. Anyway, I'll do my outro at some point. Until then, I'm at your risk, and have a good day. Bye! Oh, and today I'm going to talk about BSH. I'm doing a slightly different thing with the videos, so see how this works. But my outro is going to be relatively the same. He's gone through RWBY. He's working on Volume 4. He did them actually in chunks, a bit of a binge watch, as opposed to, videos every week or whatever. Actually had a good bit of insight, if I remember correctly, also, commented on some of the animation and the quirks from, I think he worked with them if I'm remembering correctly, and if I'm not, I apologize. Anyway, there's going to be a link for his channel over there, a link for mine over there, and a link to probably my reaction for the chapter there. Anyway, I'm at your risk. Have a good day. Bye!